access to high-performance systems is a challenge, come and talk to us. We can solve that very quickly. If you're facing issues with your web presence or online learning or any kind of scenario, come talk to us. We are more than happy to make sure that that can be a very good setup for you. In fact, Swayam, which is the largest online education portal in the world, that runs with us. So you can look at it from that way. NPTEL also, essentially some part of it runs with us, their administration and all. And if you have any applications which are critical in nature, we are the right choice to make sure that, it can be delivered reliably and it can be available with almost 100% availability. So I think Vinny talked about this. One important thing is if you want to set up a curriculum on data sciences, artificial intelligence, IoT, we have got some support available. We essentially provide curriculum and curriculum support free of cost. So if you are looking to set up something like that as a practice or as a minor in your institution, come and talk to us. We can help you out with that as well. I know it's a very quick rundown, a lot of material, a lot of content to be shared. But the idea was to give you an overview and just keep talking about the things that we have. But we have much more than this. If you are interested or if you want to work and partner with us, or if you want to explore some of the new things that you're doing, share with us. Or if you want to do joint research, or if you want us to host a paper writing skills workshop at your end. Because that's how do I write good papers? Something as basic as that. Come and talk to us, and we are more than happy to explore opportunities and see how we can work together. And this is not the Microsoft which is only about Windows and Office. We can do a lot more and much more. Only thing is that we are available. All we are looking from your end is engagement and working together. That's my side. Any questions? I think all of us are hungry now, is it? Awesome. So I will leave this here. This is my email address, and this is not the formal channel. Obviously, you'll have email addresses circulated by the team here. But if you're looking at or working on anything exciting, or if you want to work with us on any research projects, or if you want to work with us on any curriculum initiatives, lab initiatives, anything new, and you want to see how Microsoft can get engaged, do write to me. I may not respond immediately, but I will ensure that we work together and essentially try to solve the problems that you're facing. That is an honest attempt that we can make. So thank you so much. I think that's it. Ashish, you want to take over? Yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you. I think a very good precedent set by Ashwini. I think all of us are hungry, and I'm standing there before the dinner. I really hope to make it up for it, and we have a very interactive session here. Before I go forward with the presentation that we have lined up for now, just to put in context what all we had as part of the various sessions, we looked at the various industry insights. We had some deep insights coming from within the institute itself. We looked at the requirements during the panel discussion, how to ensure that the right technology reaches right people, how to basically ready the students, the teachers, the community to be able to use the tools, how to have this awareness. Vinny talked about you being aware of Minecraft. Surprisingly, I attributed to this time of the day that none of I heard from the audience have heard about Minecraft, an amazing tool, the gamification way of getting to the learning part of it. So we looked at all those industry insights. We had some amazing inputs coming in from the field. Then we got on in terms of our Microsoft solutioning. You heard about cloud. When we think about cloud, it basically breaks down into infrastructure, the platforms part of it, which you heard from Ashwini as our solution there in terms of Azure. I'm going to talk about productivity and collaboration. That is more the software as a service part of the cloud there. A few slides just to set the context. I know from the start of the sessions we have heard about digital transformation, cloud, a lot of times. A quick recap to set the context of these sessions. We all know the world has become a network. We are using Facebook to interact with the families that are away. We are using Twitter to get the latest information. With LinkedIn, you are getting to the latest job opportunities. So it's all happening. This digital transformation is actually impacting the way we are living in our day-to-day lives, our organizations, and the way we go about work. In the educational context, it is fundamentally altering as well how the kids and these young adults access information, how they collaborate and communicate among each other. When I talk about these young adults, I'm talking about this modern student who has grown up on social network. Just rewind 15 years back, where information and knowledge used to be power. It was hoarded. You have the information, you had the power. Now it's gone as the era where it used to flow in a point hierarchical way. If you have an idea, you crowdsource it, it goes away. This is the generation, the millennials out there, who don't understand this concept about hoarding information. It's about collaboration, it's about sharing, it's about being there in the community. The point is, at one point, there is this concept of a modern student that is coming in, and then we have our tools and processes that are being available to help channelize them all the means that they have. They need to have some sort of a mix and match. We need to enable them with the right tools, technology, and products, so we are able to channelize and synthesize to how this modern student is being bred up. Digital transformation is amazing, but we know with each of these transformation there comes disruption. And disruption always breeds on in terms of fear. So what is happening in terms of the job opportunities, the future we are leading these modern students into, the economic growth. But if you just flip the coin to the other side and look at it from that perspective, this disruption actually brings in a lot of opportunities as well. The opportunity here is, how do we use this technology to create opportunities, not for one, but for everyone? And answering this question is fundamental and core to Microsoft philosophy. Ashwini talked about our team, our dedicated team of education focused here. When we talk about our mission in education, empowering every student, institute to achieve more, it is not a set of words. We really mean it, and it would be my intent with the next few slides to demonstrate how we have actually thought about the entire education ecosystem to help achieve it. You could have any of the outcomes. Some of them may be listed out there on the board. Some, maybe you have something. It could be a distance education we heard about. It could be around building collaboration, building computational knowledge, blended learning, or so on. Technology is an enabler to that outcome that you have defined for yourself. We are very clear technology cannot define an outcome, but we help enable and empower you to get to that outcome. Now, I'm saying technology repeatedly, and I want to be very sure technology can never be a replacement to a dedicated faculty or a teacher. You are the pivots. But the selection of the right technology would actually enable you to achieving those desired outcomes. Very quickly shifting gears and talking about this right selection of technology. Anybody of you heard about Microsoft 365, M365? Okay, I'll actually take it not raising hands as some sort of acceptance as well, because this is out there in the market and this is this time of the day. But a few months back, Satya announced M365. He announced it as both a product and a vision. It was a product because, as you would see, the best of the productivity and the collaboration assets that we have in terms of Windows and Office came together as part of this M365. But it was a vision as well, because first time in the history of Microsoft, we had the product, the marketing, the sales, the research, the different aspects all coming together to create something as an experience which was centered around unlocking creativity in each and every student, to fostering teamwork, and it was built on a very safe and secure environment on a platform. We heard about during the presentations the concern around security being one of the paramount factors as well in these times when we get on the technology mode. So M365 came in as part of that vision. What it basically entails is to ensure the various personas of the education community. So the 4 key defined personas as in the ecosystem would be a student, an educator, an administrator, and facilities. What are their key requirements? Some of them we have listed down. These are not a part of any standard PPT or a deck, but it has come out as part of these sessions itself, your feedback. As an educator, reach out the students regardless of the distance, regardless of the boundaries of the 4 walls. How can you ensure an integrated experience, always up-to-date learning experience to all your students? As a student, the same modern student that we just looked at, how you can collaborate within group, within different your educators, classmates, having access to that learning material from everywhere. The facilities and administration, how to ensure that the communication flows despite having security concerns being met, how not to sacrifice this communication in lieu of security. And then we have the administration as well, how to have an always on education and making it cost incentive as well. So these were some of the objectives, the aspirations we looked at across the education ecosystem. Keep in mind, again, there is M365 I talked about as a vision and a product, which basically caters to an educational ecosystem. These are some of the aspirations that we were able to list out, and let's see how we go about achieving those. So M365 is around Office 365. It combines that. It combines Windows. It combines our security aspect in terms of management EMS solutions. Let's first quickly take a look at Office 365. How many of you have heard about Office 365? Okay, okay, that's better. So typically, the image of Office that comes to the mind when we talk about is the historic Word, Excel, PowerPoint. That's Office. What is Office 365? Is it just available 365 days and we're calling it 365? Is it that the Microsoft is supporting it all around the year? That is there in Office 365. Just to sort of decode that myth, Office 365 is, yes, your Word, Excel, PowerPoint, but with a plethora of all these other apps, which I would rather say as a toolkit on Office, which was constituted to help address some of the requirements that you saw in the previous slide with regards to the educators, the students, the facilities, and administration. It is always up to date. It is totally secure and reliable. And the idea is to change the onus of learning back from the teachers to the students, to have the students being motivated to come and being inspired to learn. Some of the very, I would say, the hero sort of tools from this toolkit, I would want to quickly look at it. OneDrive, I'm pretty sure you would have heard about it if you've heard about Office 365. So that's like your pen drive in your pocket all the time, and with 1 TB of storage that is being provided as part of the Office 365. So you have an idea, you have a file you want to share, you put it out there, and it's available for use anytime. You have a new digital way of expressing yourself with what you call as Sway. So it's a digital tool. You have an idea, you shouldn't be restricted by the medium to express yourself. There are concerns around plagiarism. Simply, you need to go to sway.com. It is intuitive. It helps you design presentations. And there is all the assistive technology that helps you express yourself. You could share videos, locations, photographs, and make a very interactive presentation. You have Office Mix. So that is something I was talking about, flipping the onus of learning back to the students. Here is one as one of the tools where it helps you get off the limitations of just sharing those passive notes there with the students. You could record a session before the class, share it out there with the students on a OneDrive so they come prepared in a very interactive fashion. And these are, mind you, some of those tools of that toolkit that you looked at in terms of Office 365, Power BI. So just putting up a figure, not to confuse at this time of the day, they say by 2020 it's going to be a 40 zettabytes of data being available in the world. Now, zetta is a crazy number. I'm talking about billions to the power of trillions. This crazy number is not important. What is actually to keep in mind is currently we are sitting at somewhere like 8 zettabytes of data. So I'm talking about within the next 5-6 years, the speed at which the information is going to be produced. And we say information is power, but only if rightly synthesized to help ensure we don't confuse between correlations and causations. We have something like a Power BI, which helps you synthesize all the data in a way which drives meaningful insights and results. Lastly, again, some of the couple of hero scenarios there we have with